National Bureau of Statistics (NBS) says it is reviewing the Nigerian labor force survey to produce data that is more relevant to present realities in the nation's workforce. Statistician General of the Federation, Adeyemi Adeniran, said this at the second Sensitization event on Nigerian labor force survey Nlfs in Abuja. Adeyemi said the Bureau is committed to producing a labor market analysis that will inform the government about employment and job situation in Nigeria. FCT correspondent Adeyemi Adeniran has details.
The Nigeria Labour Force Survey is one of the routine surveys orchestrated by the National Bureau of Statistics to produce data on work rates and other labour market indicators. Adeyemi Adeniran, Statistician General of the Federation, in his keynote address said the workshop is essential so as to update stakeholders on the new methodology used to produce statistics of the labour market for the nation.
The new definition of labour force consists of anyone from the age of 15 years and above that is willing, available, and able to work. This definition is a change from the whole definition, which was defined as those aged between 15 and 64 years. That was the definition of labor force before, 15 to 64 years. But now it's 15 and above. And you can see that the space is open up from 15 years. The second one is definition of unemployed. The new definition of unemployed person is anyone within the labor force who, within the reference period of 7 days, did not work for a minimum of 1 hour. 1 hour is our benchmark for determining whether somebody is employed or unemployed in this new methodology.
Jonathan Len, representative from the World Bank, in his goodwill message said accurate data is extremely important in reforming and improving policies. According to him, data is the only form of evidence that proves whether certain methodologies are working.
So I think it's no surprise to people here when I say that labour market statistics are absolutely essential, they're absolutely crucial for designing the policies that can help reduce poverty. And indeed, labour or people's time is often seen as the main asset that people have in developing countries around the world. It's the main determinant of income and hence whether people will be affluent or whether they will live in poverty. So therefore, it's crucial for policymakers to know some key things about the labour market, to know whether people work, to know how much they work, and perhaps most importantly of all, to know what types of jobs they do.
Meanwhile, Biyi Fafumi, Director ICT NBS, while giving his address, said the National Bureau of Statistics is empowered by law to generate on a continuous and sustainable basis socio-economic statistics on all facets of development in Nigeria.
There is need for us to have accurate data on all levels of employment in the country. Employment statistics have been generated in ABS, as the MC I just said, for over 45 years in Nigeria. And the labor force statistics is generated on household basis, through which we collect information on labor characteristics of household in the country. And indicators are being generated, such as labor force population, number of economic active population, number of employed persons, and underemployment rate are derived from that survey.
The Bureau says the Labour Force Survey was conducted on a quarterly basis with a national sample of 33,000 households across the 36 states and the FCT. From the nation's capital, Naomi Oleribe, ABN News.